The 2020 election is one of the most unusual in our lifetimes. We're living through a global pandemic that's upending how we go about our lives, and there's deliberate misinformation campaigns attempting to sow confusion about how the election's working. I'm Mike Latner, a political scientist at California State Polytechnic University. I'm also a fellow at the Center for Science and Democracy at the Union of Concerned Scientists, where we're working to clear up uncertainty and make sure everyone knows what to be prepared for on election night. So let's start with the basics. Voting by mail is a proven practice that many states have been using for years. It's safe, secure, fair, and has been shown to not advantage either political party. More people are planning to vote by mail than ever before, which will help ease the potential for crowding and long lines at the polls, something that could make Election Day risky in a pandemic. We may not know the winner of the election on election night, and that's okay. It's a sign of high voter turnout and lots of voters choosing to vote safely by mail. So we just need to be patient this year and wait a few days or maybe even weeks for the results. There's no constitutional requirement that states count all the ballots by election night, and it's important not to rush to make a call about who won the election before all votes are counted. Voting is how we elect leaders in a democracy, and it is the only method to legitimately hold our leaders accountable. So what are the scenarios for how the election could play out? Scenario 1. There's a clear winner. The most likely scenario is that one of the candidates wins an electoral college victory and we'll know the results on election night. There will be uncounted mail ballots to add to the totals, and we need to count them all, but they won't change the outcome. States that have a record of quickly counting their mail-in ballots, like Florida and Colorado, will give us a sense of how the election is unfolding. Scenario 2. The outcome isn't immediately clear. Let's say the electoral college outcome is unclear on election night. We'll need to wait for states with less experience with mail-in voting, like Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, to process all of their ballots. That could take days or even weeks. And all of us, politicians, the press, and voters, will need to be patient and resist the temptation to declare a winner prematurely. Any attempt to declare a winner before the count is certified should be rejected. Scenario 3. No one concedes. It's possible that during the vote count, even if the outcome looks clear, a candidate could openly reject the results. It seems unreal, but clearly it's a possibility. Most legal scholars agree that there are procedures for this situation, but disagree on how they should be carried out. That disagreement is usually along partisan lines. There may be attempts to slow or stop the vote count through legal maneuvers, intimidation, or even violence. At the Union of Concerned Scientists, we'll be tracking the election closely to ensure that states and candidates are following the law. We'll compare the numbers we're seeing in key counties with forecasting expectations and 2016 election data to see where there might be delays, complications, and problems like racial disparities and ballot rejection rates. The most important actions you can take to protect democracy are to vote safely, make sure others in your community know how to participate, be prepared to demand that all votes be counted, and pay close attention to the election as it unfolds.